Hey guys, welcome back to the CNJ Show. And I got my favorite Genie Juice here, and I got my sister Nick, and we hope that you guys are having a good day today. Let's get into this selective outrage. Okay, Chris Rock, his Netflix special. Now, 1 out of 10, if I had to give it anything, honestly, I would give it an 8. I'm not gonna lie, I'm gonna give it an 8. Now, here's the thing, right? It's almost something like that Charlemagne the God when he had to tell Birdman like, "Hey, you ready to get big and puff up at the radio guy? I'm only the radio guy. What about everybody else that's been saying things about you? And you come up here and you want to look me in my face, take off your glasses, show me these little itsy bitsy tiny eyes, and say that put some respect on my name. Really, I'm just the radio guy." That was a selective outrage because there's so many people you could have did this with, but you ignored the facts, right? Okay, it's the same thing here. I don't think he said anything wrong, especially like let's be adults here, okay? If I'm on stage and I say something to you, right? You laugh, you chuckle at it. And then we have to take a look at Jada. She's looking at like, this black, you know what, need to sit. I'm so sick of him. Why do they keep having him host? I already had them put my thought request in, but I guess mine don't matter. Why do they keep having Chris Rock do this? I don't feel like these crazy whack jokes. If he say anything about anything on me, that's gonna be the end of it. Okay, so you got two people chuckling. Everybody is chuckling or smiling at least. Now let's just say this, right? And I had to take a really good look at Will Smith. I'm like, oh my God, I did not like see the twirling and the twisting and the twirling of the neck. I didn't see. I mean, I seen it, but I never noticed it. And he did that. He had to go into character just to get up and walk way over there to slap him, just to come back and say what he said. Okay? He had to go into character because the truth is of the matter is this. Will Smith is a um he's a goat when it comes down to being an actor. He can play any part and he plays it very well. He gets into these characters and have you shook like Sheila. Now the thing is this. If Will could not, he knew he had a certain amount of time, a certain amount to respond to what Chris Rock said. And he had to go. Now, if you guys are smart, you'll see for your own self. This is the same way he was acting on Bad Boys. Same way. He put that same energy in order to just feel like I'm being a man and not having nobody disrespect my wife when the reality hey, listen, when it all said and done, okay, we all have our choice of words and things that we want to say. But when you personally put something out there yourself for the world to know, what is the difference of what Chris Rock said when he basically said he didn't say it? Okay, he could have really went in deep. You guys had an entanglement. She had an entanglement. You've been having an entanglement, and honestly, Jada then got these kids feeling like, oh, okay, who I was really supposed to be with was Tupac, and we was our best of friends, and we was going to be together. We really was, but then my career was shifting and his, and this is who I really was supposed to be with, and I was in love with him because I've played these roles myself. But shoot, we've been knowing each other since high school, and we just have that type of bond like that. Okay, and then Will Smith gets into the picture. And it's like, I'm happy to know him. I'm glad I know Will. But he doesn't satisfy me on a chemistry type base because honestly, when I do get with him, it is a character. He's being an actress and an actor, and nobody has time for that every single time. And I don't see him having a bad boy image in his raps. The raps, oh, welcome to summertime, summertime. Oh yeah, summertime is fun. And that's good that he believes in clean rapping, not all that cussing and stuff. I agree with him with that one. But I think every woman and girl, you grow up, you want a good man, but you want one that got a little bit of roughness inside of him. And with Will, it just don't come out unless. It doesn't come out unless he's acting. And so to get slapped in the face so hard and still be able to, hold your composure, you waited, okay? And I still feel like to wait that long, he still did an excellent job, guys. He waited for a whole year just to say, listen, Will, every Charlemagne the God, this person, everybody done said you was a B. You just slapped me, that's what you was in front of everybody. You just that. I ain't put y'all business out. Who in the world interviewed, you know, the person who cheated on with who you cheated on, which was your wife? And honestly, the kids are putting the crazy stuff out there. You done slept with Jada's friend. He Kristen, he didn't say it was already out there. He just brought it back to life. Okay, both of these men are in. First of all, they're both are older men. Shouldn't even be carrying themselves like this. This is number one. Okay, Chris Rock, he's like 60, 61. I really didn't even know that. He looks very good to be that age. He looks very decent. This is the first time that I can actually say Chris Rock look halfway mediocre look good because I never thought that. Will been looking good forever. But the whole thing is this. And if and y'all just think about it, okay? If someone slap you, okay, you do nothing. Okay. Okay. Will Smith is still walking. Let me just say this. With the brother, he could be Tony Rock, he could be on stage all day acting like he's the bad one. Chris Rock can let everybody know, like, listen, this is not the kind of guy I am, okay? I can't, it's gonna take a lot for me to fight or to hit you. And really it would take a lot. I think that you would have to, I don't know what you can do to this man to make him probably retaliate. He's not gonna do it. Okay. Will Smith, it took him this long. This long. And it's really because he had to be in character in order to even do this crap. That was the only reason. And so for anybody that feels like, you know what, Chris, you waited for so long. So it still is the same thing. It's just still two men not doing anything because I would say it again. A person that is about that life, when you walked up and you slapped me, and I know that we are in America where we got to defend ourselves. You wouldn't have been planning too many more. I bet you wouldn't have been able to be no slave after we got finished. And Jada would have probably been trying to talk to me after that because I would have. Okay. I would have. Forget a slap. What is this? Pimp my ride. We're not pimps here. That wouldn't have went down like that. You slapped me. I gotta protect myself. The whole footage and everything else, now one of us would have been able to be going back to those Oscars because guess what? You'd have been knocked down on that floor. Okay? So for you to come back a year later and just to say, basically, Your wife is basically a whore, which everybody knows this. Because she put it out there. You put it out there. Your son basically put it out there. And then on top of that, your kids seem like they hate you. Jada Pinkett hates you. I mean, here it is. She wants to have canceling on her show, and you like a nut. You're invited to your wife's show, and this is your wife, and just for her to tell you that the reason why I was cheating and sneaking and you was doing you too is because you're boring and you're not there. And honestly, the kids hate you. I hate you because we don't see you standing up for anything except but for roles. That's the only time you're able to stand up. So I don't see nothing wrong with what Chris Rock. I really don't see what he could have did. Honestly, if this was another comedian, maybe like Cat Williams, if it was Cat Williams, because we tend to think, I know I feel this way, right, that anybody, I guess if you want to say they're comedians, you kind of feel like they don't have the fight in them. They're not finna fight. That's how you feel. Was that you just know that? I truly feel like, right? If this was Mike Epps, if this was Kevin, maybe even Kevin Hart, Country Wayne, Cat Williams, and the rest, okay, I don't think that they would be just standing there. I really don't know. I don't know if they would have just been standing there. So for him to wait a whole year just to say, listen, you're a BITCH, and the entanglement was what she said. I didn't say that stuff. He didn't say anything, guys. We're being too sensitive. And this is what's going on. We didn't got so sensitive with jokes and different things to where, let's cut that out. Now listen, here go Netflix trying to cut the man their little piece out. Let's cut that out because I see people, they not agreeing with what he said about Will. And he was just B. That probably was a little bit overboard with the whole B thing. But hey, let's rewind a little bit. What about when he was saying, hey, I done killed a couple of babies with the abortion? That was a joke. But people are going to take what they want to take and just run with it. Okay? Guys, listen, leave your likes, comments, subscribe, do the things that you have to do. What do you feel about this whole mess? I think Chris Rock handled it very well, being that he's not a fighter. And he still said things nice, as if he was looking in the audience, making sure that Will was not inside of the audience. But if your kids say they hate you and all this other kind of stuff, and Will and Jada's out here sleeping around with everybody, and everybody is sleeping around and child, please, everybody's doing everything. Come on, guys, let's be fair, okay? I think he did good.